Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and this is Nomad number 17. Now, Nomad, when I think of Nomad, I think of Captain America, like in the 70s or whatever, when he was like Nomad, the man without a country, you know. And I saw this. It was in the 50 cent bin. I must have got this like a year ago, man. This has been sitting in a stack of stuff that I meant to read because I wanted to read it in depth and then talk about it. And because when I first skimmed through this, I had a very different opinion of the book than I do now. So if you look at the cover, you got our hero with a giant in belt, really, and then you've got this lady, straight black hair, katana. Presumably she's Japanese or something. Well, it turns out she's in the book. In fact, she pulls off one of the greatest bits of all. So our hero's like buying some clothes. All right, and she's all like, "Hey, I wanna check something out. So, Mr. Salesman, you help me out?" Kick. She kidnaps the baby, and she runs. And so now Nomad chases her down. And man, she's whew, this is a rough life, man. Like I was totally gonna mock this book because the hero is such a wimp in it, but after sitting down and actually reading this book, after actually going through and seeing what our super soldier was doing here, like what happens to him, like the way he acts, actually makes a lot of sense. I just thought it was really funny at first because it was just like, what am I even reading? Like, because I flipped like towards the end, and it's just like some random lady beating the ever loving crap out of him. Well, turns out he didn't actually want to fight her, so she's actually the little baby's mother. She's having a rough time, you know. I don't know how he got the baby. He named the baby Bucky. Don't know why. And there's some people that want to kill him, so there's like a one page of that, and then there's like a one page of that of the main character Nomad's parent, like mom and his sister or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This lady is the core of the story. Man, what a what a brutish, nasty life she's living here, getting slapped around. Like it starts over here with her like her dad, the crap out of her. Goes over here to like her pimp beating the crap out of her. It's a miserable existence. Nomad stalking her. She apparently stalked him for like a month, and now he's stalking her to try to figure out if she can take care of the kid or not. This is actually pretty cool because it's dealing with like some real world problems for once, you know. Let me see. What page do I want to? Yeah, we'll go with this spread right here. You like pick up a comic book, and gosh, I'm trying to find one that nearby that is relevant to this discussion, and I'm blanking on it. Oh, here we go. Absolute Carnage. So Carnage taking over the world. Boom. Crazy comic book dealing with like cosmic level madness. Don't think I'm dissing cosmic level madness. I love cosmic level madness. One of the reasons I kind of liked Web of Spider-Man when I was younger and still do, because it seemed like that was kind of the grittier, streetier book out of all the three Spider-Man titles in the 80s and 90s. Um, like one of my favorite Spider-Man comics is I'm pretty sure it's a Web of Spider-Man issue, and it's got like Hammerhead and Tombstone fighting, just total street crime stuff. And here we are dealing with total street level, very personal stuff. She's like, "You're not taking my baby," and so she's fighting with like desperation. He kind of mocks it a little bit. Great. She buys a self-defense book, Home Shopping Network, and she is Priscilla Lee. Top it all to top it all off. That last one really hurt. He's like some kind of failed super soldier. I don't know what this dude's story is. I'm tired of letting people beat me down. Listen, I told you I don't want to. He finally just knocks the wind out of her so he can get a word in. Uh, doesn't really hurt her too much because he doesn't want to hurt her, and he just says goodbye to the kid, and that's the story. And describing her like this, I realize this description of it probably sounds as bad as my first impression of the book. and it's really not. Some of the art in here looks kind of funny. She looks gorgeous. I just want to say that. But some of the noses look funny. It actually kind of reminds me of Adam Warren. Um, yeah, like this panel here, like the way that nose is constructed, totally reminds me of like Adam Warren. Some of the art that he has in like Empowered, the way that the noses work in that book. But it's pretty good. You get that little like bit here. Like some of the art looks pretty good. Those panels I was showing you with the fight sequence are definitely the best looking because you just like zip over here and the art's just not as good. You go back towards the beginning, the art's just not as good. So I'm really curious, like, how did this dude end up with this baby? That's really why I'm making this video. Is just like, what was even going on in this comic where a random superhero that no one's ever heard of before or since, because who's ever heard of this guy, has kidnapped some lady's baby, and then she kidnaps it back. Like, is that an ongoing plot? Was this like a 6-issue arc or something? Or is it literally like in the previous issue, he just got the baby? I don't know. Got a very evocative title. And sadly, she does not have a katana anywhere in this story, and he doesn't get beat up nearly that bad. The only beating up that happens is, to his pride, basically. And look, there's the kid. I like the fact that this got a chance to deal with something kind of real in a world of superhero comics where people either just go eat and no one questions what they do and just affirms them, or dealing with crazy cosmic stuff. Seeing a superhero deal with social issue in a way that's not preaching. He doesn't preach. He's not judging. He's trying to figure out the right thing. And I feel like that's something that's lost today. Like this is like a Z-list book. Nobody's ever heard of this guy. Nobody cares about Nomad. Who is this guy? I don't know. And yet there's more care taken in this book to bring across the social message of, you know what, people deserve a second chance, than goes into man-eaters, for example. That's just like the first kind of very focused single topic book I could think of. I'm sure if I sat down and I thought about some more, I wouldn't have much trouble coming up with them. Oh, Kim and Kim. There you go. There's another one. Like those books don't treat anything with care. They're just kind of here's something outrageous and we're correct and you're not. Like that's the purpose of those books. And wow, I just had there was just tape stuck all over this bag sitting in the floor. Why was there a bag in the floor? I have no idea. This bag was just sitting in the floor. I don't even know where this came from. It had tape all over it. It has nothing to do with Nomad, but that's I was trying to buy time to come up with more examples of exactly the kind of book I'm talking about, and I can't. So you'll just have to live with the couple of examples I got for you there, because those books don't take care. They don't take it. They don't do nuance. They don't try to treat anything fairly. They just hit you with a sledgehammer. This book just tries to treat it fairly. There's an issue. Her bad life. There's a problem that complicate. Well, okay. There's a problem. He's got her baby. It's complicated because he can't just give it back to her because she's had a bad life. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling in circles now, so I'm going to shut up. I went from like, oh man, I want to make fun of this book to, wow, I'm pleasantly surprised by this early 90s random Marvel book. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I'll try to be more to the point next video. Until next time, bye-bye.